Yeah, Assalamualaikum. My name is Noatira. I'm from S1G1, FTMK, Group 6.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Arif Adnan. I'm from 1BTC, Faculty of Information and Communication Technology.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Fahmi bin Mansur. I'm from 1BITC S1G1 Group 6.
My name is Nur Anis Munirah binti Muhammad Zaidi. I'm from Faculty of Information and Communication Technology, S1G1 Group 6.
So, we need to create a program to be run in QSystem, which is allow user to input 10 random numbers. After user enter the numbers, this program should be able to display the numbers that have been stored in ascending order, then the sum of the insert number, the average of the insert numbers, and lastly the median value per numbers inserted.
Firstly, I want to explain about array. With space 40, this code to declare 40 bits of storage so that it can hold the array of 10 integers. Proceed to main. The main function. First, we analyze register T0 by 0 and load the array to integer as 0. Next command to ask the user to input 10 integers. Then we go to loop input. Loop input is looping part. This part we want user to put 10 integers. So for the first code that we want to our program to read input for user, and then we call the code source code because we want the system to do immediately. After that, this code means if we want to store the user input into address 0 for register as 0. Next, this code for the increment of the address for by 4 will for the code. This code and then this code you want to add register 1 by 1 to counter the loop. This code means branch not equal, so in case if T1 is not equal to 10, the looping will continue until T1 is equal to 10. In case also the value for T1 is 0, so the looping will continue for 10 times and store the user input into different address of S1 by 4 everything the looping continue. Then we analyze the array into S1. Again, because the user input is changing and we want to store again the code for to restart the.
Moving to the next part, which is sort function. In this function, we have got our program to sort the numbers entered by user in ascending order. So the first line of the function is BQ string T2 9 console, which means if T2 is equal to 9, it will proceed to console. Next is LW string T3 0 string S0. This is used to load array with address 0 of register S0 into register T3, and for the following codes also means that it will load array with address of 4 registers S0 into register T4. After that, we do an increment by 4 for array of S1 each time. Do an increment for our counter looping by 1 each time, and for the BLT we want our program to compare register T3 and T4 that we loaded just now, so that number will be sorted from lower to higher, and this will be repeated for 10 times, and the number will be sorted in ascending order. and the register value will be sorted into different address. Next, BNE means that if register T2 is not equal to 9, it will go back to the sort. This is the code for the process to loop for 10 times that I mentioned just now, and after that, when the register finally equal to 9, it will proceed to console. So this is the console. LA string S0 array. This is code. It's used to reset the register to default. Then we do an increment to register T1 by 1 and register T2 to be equal to register T1, which means if register T1 is equal to T1, register T2 will have the same value. Next, pin E means pin E means that if register T1 is not equal to 9, it will go to sort. After that, we use this code so that the program will display the out string. Syscall means we want the program to display the string immediately. Again, we set the register to default by using this code.
Okay, now moving to the print section. So in this part, we want our program to display the numbers that entered by user in ascending order. For this code is the function used to print out the array that have been sorted in ascending order just now. After that, we do an increment for the address of register S0 by and looping by 1. Then we use this code to print out space so that the output will have space in between. Next code is BNE register T1 then print. BNE means branch not equal. So in this case, if register T1 not equal to 10, it will go back to the print up here. At the end of this section, we use this code to set back the array pointer to default and reset register T1 to 0 because we want to use it again. Now, we will proceed to the sum process. In this process, we want our system to add all the numbers that entered by user. First, we load the array 0 to register T0. Then, we add the value that registered T0 and S1 whole, and then it will be stored in register S1. The register S1 that I mentioned just now is this one. After that, we do an increment for the array and register T1. Then, we do a comparison for register T1 by using branch not equal. Means that if register T1 not equal to 10, it will go back to the sum and will repeat the loop for 10 times. Next, we use the code for print out from for string so that we can print out the sentence sum of integer, following by print out the sum of all numbers entered by user. At the end of this function, we entered this code to reset the array to default.
Process of finding a range. First, we insert the code for print out from string because we want to print out the sentence a range of integers. After that, we set register S2 equal to 10 and then we divide register S1 that we use to store the sum value just now and divide it by register S2 and then we will get the range. Okay, next MFLO, which is mean move from lower register T3 for quotient, MFHI, which is mean move from higher register T4 for remainder. Then we move register T3 to register AO, and after that we print out the value that register T3 false, and then the value of P4 false to finally display an average. Okay, proceed to the final part of our program, which is to find the median. First, we enter the code for print out from for string. Line 134 is to load work into register T6 and line 135 to load work into register T7, and then we add register T6 and T7 and store it in register T6. After that, we set S4 equal to 2, and then we divide register T6 by register S4. Okay, then move from lower T3 is for portion, and move from higher register T4 is for remainder. Then we multiply register T4 by 10 and store it in register T4. And then we divide register T4 by 2. Finally, we enter the code LI sign $VO send to terminate syscall, and then end main to the end the program. Okay, now let me see how the program runs in Qt console. Okay. When you run the program, it will prompt the user to enter numbers. The process loops for 10 times, and after that, the program prints out all the answers.